Well, hey everybody. Today what we're going to try to do is use the double screen board that I built. I didn't build it thinking I would need it this quickly or for this purpose, but what we've got is this hive, which was a great hive. I think they swarmed themselves down to nearly nothing. They do have the yellow box, the yellow medium, and the tan medium are either fully capped or nearly fully capped honey. And then at the bottom box, the deep, is just a couple frames of bees. So what I'm going to do is, that hive there is a double deep nook. Today they're going to graduate to a single deep 10 frame, and then we'll put that double screen board on top of this one that's doing well, and this little one behind me, it's actually a big hive, little bees. They're going to take advantage of that double screen board. We'll take actually the honey supers then, the yellow and the tan medium, and we'll take those over to the in-laws' place because they have a hive that is doing well. That hive is one that they did swarm too, but I put a homegrown, I don't make them, the bees make them, homegrown queen into that one, and they're doing well enough that they're going to be able to take the honey and finish it. So I'm looking to get some honey off of these hives this year. And then in the background, we have a double stack white medium 5 frame double stack, and then over here is a medium brown medium 5 frame double stack. I'll go through those today, probably not on camera, there's just not much to see there. And then last task is we have our 2 queen castles, the green medium 3x3 and the white deep 4x2. Done with those for now, just need to clean them up and get them red up, as they say. So let's get started. So this one will start with just a basic tear down. I've been standing here a few moments getting the camera rigged up and getting everything ready to run, and there hasn't been one bee come out of this hive, which indicates obviously a low population. So did want to show you this. So check out this smoker. It's a AI Root. What's it say? AI Root Quality Bee Supplies, manufactured by the AI Root Company, Medina, Ohio, USA. So I had a friend give me this, and it needed a little bit of just a touch-up. So the screen at the bottom was worn through, burned through, and I just replaced that with some stainless steel mesh I had. And then the lid lifter handle was missing, and I just took an old metal tab I found and riveted in. Not beautiful, but man, does it work beautifully. And this thing's probably 40, 50 years old. Google the history of the AI Root Company sometime. It's pretty fascinating. So anyway, moving on to this part of the day. So here, I mean, I pop the top, and I can count the bees on my hands basically that are in the this top super here. So this is a 9 frame spaced box, which I'll show you. One of the things that made me want to try that this year. It's fascinating to see the bees do this, but when you put 9 drawn frames into a 10 frame box, now they got to be drawn before you put them in there that way. But look at how wide of the comb, I'm sorry, how wide of the frames this comb gets. It's just so much wider. Now this is nectar, but not packed full yet. This is one of the boxes that I will take over to my in-laws. And once you got them spaced 9, then they kind of, when you put them back in, they kind of stay 9. Let's see if I can show you another one. It's pretty fascinating. Again, this is just a nectar-y not fully capped, but if you look, they've brought the comb out from the frame there, and that makes extracting and uncapping a lot simpler. I'm taking this away because this population of bees just can't manage this much honey. They can't ripen it or cap it or anything that needs done. So take it away, and I'll give it to some bees that can here over at my in-laws' place. It's heavy, really heavy. This next box down, just not that many bees in it. And we'll show you what happens if you don't have your frames, especially honey frames, spaced out right. I'll have to show you this. It's pretty fascinating. It's a 9-frame. Oops, not even 9 frames. It was just improperly spaced. Beekeeper error. And you're talking to that beekeeper. But look at how fat and wide. I don't mean to say fat. It's not rude to be fat. Here on this frame, look at how wide of the top bars it's gotten. So it's actually a spacing issue, and I'm waiting for that one to become fully capped as well, because I need to extract it, not only to take the honey, but to be able to get it back to spacing correctly, because the bees won't use it, any of the frames on either side of it. So it's good, but it's also wasted space. So this is going to go over to the in-laws as well. So this is what I'm talking about. This should be packed wall to wall with bees, and it's just not. Looking down, I see bees inside of basically 2.5 seams, or maybe just 2 if you add them all together. This hive, I thought I had done the swarm prevention on it, and obviously I had not, because I think not only did they swarm once, but I think they swarmed multiple times. So this frame has got some pollen and just starting to make a little nectar, but I don't know. I'll have to look and see. I think I haven't been doing a great job of keeping notes lately, but this one I think there is capped brood. Yes, there's capped brood and some larvae. There is a queen in here, so that's a good sign. So they actually have a queen. She's not the queen that was here pre-swarm, but basically what I'm getting at here is this much room, this much resources, is neither of those are needed. And so if we can help them, put them on top of a strong colony there, then that will help them flourish, and we can build them, well, help them build back up. So the bees can do what they need to do. As a beekeeper, you're more of an assistant. You're a bee assistant. So go help your beesies, and that's what we'll do. Let's verify again that I see her once more. She is present. Right there at the end of my tool. That is a new queen. That's not the queen that was here before. But enough talking. Now we'll go do some hive moving. So what we'll just do now is we'll just close this up just for now. Because I wanted to make sure that we had her, and then I have to go over and start manipulating the double deep nuc hive. Well, the radar didn't say we were going to get anything, but looking around, I'm wondering if we won't get a little bit of rain here in just a few moments. That's okay. So I just had these frames in here as placeholders. These are the white Purto, I think double waxed. All right, so we have the double nook here. It's graduation day for these ones. They are going to get moved from 2 5-framers to a proper 10-framer. I was kind of waiting to do that. I wanted to see if they drew it out any differently. Just a little bit of sugar. They've taken most of the syrup away from this top feeder. It wasn't a waste of money. I don't think I'll buy any more. If I want more, I think I'll build them. In here, this is the top 5ers. They haven't really done much in here yet. They're just starting to go up there. This is the base of the nook here. And so last time I was in here, they were doing well enough that I gave them those other 5ers just to give them the room in case they needed it. I had a little bit of uncertainty about how soon I could get back over. Didn't end up needing to be uncertain for that reason, because I did get back over. All right, so they're sitting packed, just packed. And what we're gonna do is these will make up the center of the brood chamber. There's the queen right away. Sometimes you get lucky. Queen right there. Good brood pattern. And she's laying up. She's doing her thing. So now that we found her right away, we can move a little faster. I don't need to go super fast. There's no hurry. This is another frame where I put a medium in there because it was drawn, and I wanted them to have access to drawn comb as quickly as possible. This came from a swarm, this hive did. So I wanted them to have access to drawn comb and start making it their home as fast as possible so that they would want to stay around. So a medium and a deep is not the worst thing you could do as a beekeeper. You have a little bit of a comb at the bottom, but for the most part, it works out. Oh, look at that pattern. Are you seeing that? Look at that, that's beautiful. A lot of bees. Other side's about the same. That's a lot of bees. All right. Eggs, larvae, all stages. Some honey at the top, pollen coming in. Okay. Now I brought these over. I had another hive that must have failed at one point this spring. They started drawing, so I'm gonna, instead of asking them to start from 0, I'm gonna take any of these that are partially drawn. Put them there on either side. I think these are the most drawn. There's one more that's a little bit drawn. And you might be able to see, well, it might be blocked by the stuff I've got with me. The returning bees for the yellow nook are coming back to the yellow nook, and that's why I turned this around. So what you'll see here is when we give these bees a reversed entrance, then we'll put the double screen this way. So the entrance for the double screen is going to face the entrance way of the original 10-frame single. Okay, so now what we've established is we've moved the nook over. We're facing the entrance 180 degrees. All the brood and all that stuff is in here. That'll hold them. The bees that are coming back into this entrance will come in and they'll go here. So now we have to go get that deep that had the other one with the small amount of bees. We'll have to go pick that deep up and we'll bring it over here and we'll put that on this box, and the entrance will be facing that way. All right. So now we have the original parent hive that does have a queen, and she is laying. And we have her now to where this hive can use resources, mostly the heat resource from the bottom hive. They'll also collect some extra bees that are coming back in from the original nook. They will find this entrance, is my hope, and then they will start filling back in this hive here, the new one that needed the assistance. Now we're going to put this over top there and just keep bees away. So hopefully that works. Hopefully that made sense to you. Hopefully that makes sense to the bees. Again, bees might not be reading the same books you're reading, following the same Facebook groups you're following, but more or less what we should end up with then is 2 viable colonies. And because this deep box is more of a small nook at this time, although it's in a deep box format, it's getting some assistance from the neighbors down below. I already see bees flying into the opening on there. Hopefully they go in and just become assimilated part of that colony. So that was my first go around at using the double screen board. Hope it's successful. I'll follow up with you. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave those below. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I hope you found that useful.